I'm Objectivo, or as my friends like to call me, Mr.objectivo. You're probably wondering who I am. I am an actor who is willing to teach you also how to be an actor. I think the game's no fun if you don't have any competition, right? Exactly. So I want to teach you not to be like me, but to be you. Either on the stage, on film, on camera, anywhere. Anything you do acting-wise. On YouTube, this is acting right now. I'm acting to you right now. Now, acting is a unique art form, per se. It's not just something that you can just do. But I believe everyone can be an actor. You might have heard differently, but I think anyone can. So when you go to an audition, the first thing you need to look for is the director. What does the director look like? See, when you're picking a monologue to do an audition for, I recommend doing something funny, because if you get the director to laugh, that means he'll like you, and he can put you in any part he wants you to. Another thing you gotta look out for in the auditions is typecasting. Typecasting is a thing where, say I was picked as a nerd, but then I was auditioning for the same director again. He would put me as a nerd again. That is called typecasting, putting me in the same place every single time. Will Ferrell, you always see him doing a comedy. He never does a serious play, or a serious movie, or anything serious per se. It's always comedy, because he's typecast. But typecast isn't always a bad thing. It's a good thing, because you can get yourself known for something, and the people will want to write scripts for you, or maybe you'll write a script for yourself, and being typecasted isn't bad, because you can earn a reputation, but a good reputation that'll keep directors and producers wanting more, seeing more from you. So, to the actual acting part, you just gotta feel it. When you're acting, you just gotta let loose. You gotta let all your emotions go. So, say there's a part that wants me to cry. I'm gonna cry. If I gotta be serious, I'll be serious. If I gotta be funny, I gotta be funny. It's all in the script and in the stage directions. Yes, directors and producers want to see you do, what you feel will make the character more lifelike and more real. But you also have to follow pertain to the stage description. So if it says, right arm up in the air, waving it, you gotta wave it. You can't put it down behind you, scratching your armpit. That's just not cool. So, when you're acting, you just gotta make sure you feel and engross in the character. Just take a second, look at the script, take a second, and just take it in. You gotta think about the person's background. Whether they're married, are they divorced, are they widowed, do they have kids, what grade are they in? Did they graduate college? If so, where did they go? Some of these things help you formulate a character, something that you can use to engross it and make it more lifelike for your viewers and audience. Another thing you want to take into account is the audience. Never get discouraged by an audience, because even if they're not laughing, that doesn't mean they're not enjoying the show. Just like if the director's not laughing and you chose a comedy piece and all your friends laughed and everyone else laughed, that doesn't mean he doesn't like it. Typically a director will just look at you and just stay firm, even during rehearsals. If he says something bad, it's alright. He doesn't actually mean it. He picked you for the part, and if he really didn't want you, he would have cut you already. So it doesn't really matter. So don't get discouraged by something like that. If the director literally comes up to your face and says, "You suck, I don't want you in this production," then you should be worried. And then you should come commenting on this video, to find out a little bit more. So, when you're acting, like I said, you want to stay loose, calm, collective. Because if you don't, well, you're not going to go so far. Memorizing lines is another important thing you need to do when it comes to acting. When you're memorizing lines, don't just read the lines in your head. Say it out loud. But you don't need to read the entire script. You don't need to know the other characters' lines. Read yours. Only yours. So that way you leave room for everything else. Read it out loud. But don't just go, "I'm Tyler Johnson and I love to party." No. Say it as your character would. "I'm Tyler Johnson and I like to party." See, when you add the accent, it sounds better too. Don't be afraid to experiment with things like that to get yourself ready and psyched to go and do certain things. Also, when you're acting, don't be discouraged by fellow actors and egos they might have, because it is a stereotype, but it's also true that many actors do have an ego. They get a bunch of roles, they think they're the best person in the world, which isn't always true. Some, yes, maybe, but most of the time, no. So, that's my acting tutorial for you today. If you'd like to hear more, comment down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the button. And if you want to see more from me, I have more videos over there in the side link. And that's it for today. So, as Objective always says, keep on rolling.